Mohbad was using my glory. Liam is not my grandson. Mohbad was into Yahoo Yahoo. All of these and much more are part of the revelation that Baba Mohbad made in the series of interviews he has granted in the last 1 week. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. For context, please take your time to go and watch Alaroye TV interview that hosted Baba Mohbad. Please kindly watch Oyimomo TV that Baba Mohbad also featured in. And possibly the one he did with Kemi Olunloyo, and also the one he did with TVC. Watching these 4 videos will give you text, the contextual relevance of what I'm trying to talk about, though you might not agree with me, which is fine. Baba Mohbad, I must give kudos to you that in the last 1 week you've done a lot of toying around, let me say, established platforms. Yes, because CVC, your view, is an established platform. Oyimomo TV is an established platform. And also, Alaroye TV is an established platform. Dr. Kemi Lawyer, okay, we give our kudos to her as well. As being a journalist of over 30 years. So now, I think everybody has the right to analyze what you've spoken on those platforms. Baba, you mentioned how Mohbad had or planned or gave his mom shops, money to rent shops, 3 shops at a time or something, and you're like, this is somebody who has never managed one shop before. How come you want to rent 3 shops for her? And also that there was a time you wanted them to give you a particular vehicle, mini truck, that you'll be using for your carpentry work to carry, chairs and wooden stuff, maybe from your workshop to customers. And that Mohbad did not respond to you, possibly because of his wife. And that when you now told Mohbad, she promised you and said you were going to do that. If you have watched Mama Mohbad's interview over 2-3 months ago, she said this particular thing as well. Mohbad was wanting to get a vehicle from Mohbad, but Mohbad was adamant about it at that time, and that she had to go through his wife, Wunmi, and Wunmi ensured that mini truck was bought for Baba. For those of you who watched the video of Mohbad's why, that's next day, you see that truck. It was shown where Yalalade Baba's girlfriend, or I don't know, wife, was saying this is the truck that Wunmi bought for Baba and everything. Baba in Toba Fiara Bale boy interviewing here. Yes, nobody says you cannot express yourself, but charity ejoba ti poju. Emma flip flop. Like I told you, if you've not watched these 4 videos from the beginning to the end, yeah, you might not have the time, but make sure you're doing house chores. Then just listen to it. Make sure you're listening. You will now understand the context. You also mentioned the fact that Primeboy, Mohbad went to stay with Primeboy at some point in his life, and Primeboy introduced him to Yahoo Yahoo, and that Mohbad was now seeing money. He brought 300,000 to the house. You didn't want to collect it. Mohbad decided to buy some, I think, a TV or something in the house. Baba, àwọn èèyàn tú Mohbad síta o. Ẹ̀yin gangan lẹ ń tú ọmọ yín síta. Ẹ̀yin gangan ni. Ẹnu yín láti máa gbọ́, it is from your mouth. That you open your mouth to say your son has done Yahoo Yahoo before. That it is his friend Primeboy that taught him to do Yahoo Yahoo. Baba, is that information necessary? Is that information necessary for those who understand streets? And how your son, ọmọ tẹ́ tọ́jú tẹ́ ragabo tó di ọmọ streets lójú ẹ̀mí, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ parenting ṣe tán. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn abiyamọ kan wà. It's not because I'm the one in charge of the child. It is that their eyes are on what the child is doing. Baba Davido bó ṣe lówó tó, ó fọmọ sí school America. But Davido sá ní school. Baba yẹn ò jẹ́ kó mí o. Pé wọ́n ọmọ boy yìí, mi sọ pé ò ní kọrin. But ó gbọ́dọ̀ kàwé. Degree kó kà fún mi. Baba Davido has a university that he has been building on. kò gbọ́mọ ẹ̀ sí university ẹ̀ o. He took his son to another Minidaruko, Google, to another university in Nigeria here. In fact, the university did not have a music department. Baba Davido opened the faculty, department of music, and equipped it because of his son. So that son lè parí course kó lè ní degree kan. Pé ṣe music fẹ́ kà, ṣáà gba degree dání. Davido dẹ̀ ti di star ńgbà yẹn. Ẹ rántí NYSC Davido tó ṣe. Davido máa ṣe NYSC tó tún lọ ń kọrin fún wọn count gbogbo àwọn àtàwọn core members àtàwọn officials ọbẹ̀ sí ní jó. Bàbá ẹ̀ mi sọ pé mi ò ní jẹ́ kí o miss àwọn little things kan nítorí pé o ti di star. That is the task of a parent. Do you know how patient his father has to be and still insistent on waka ìwé ìṣá? Kàá tó bá wọn kó má lu pálí yẹn kó lọ ìsá ẹbẹ̀ dẹ̀. But nobody can dare tell the video today that you are not a graduate, whether he wants to eat with that graduate certificate or not, or degree. That is the tough work of a parent. And you wá lọ sórí platform yìí tó lórí Momo TV náà, any Liam is not my grandson. You open your mouth categorically and you said it is Wunmi's concubine that acquired your son. If you know the person that acquired your son, why are you going rigmaroling? Why did you let your supporters go to police station and they are still in custody now because they pay meet 5 million naira bail and other term conditions stuff? So you just set, well, people decide to be set up anyway, because I don't believe anybody will now push you now. You'll now be saying what you don't know morning, afternoon, night, and be shouting on TikTok like somebody who needs injection and you don't have an evidence. Now family yẹn lọ́rùn yẹn tó jẹ́ ló yó wọn. Kò sọmọ kékeré tó bá ti wà above 18 years, anything you do, you are responsible for it. You said everything on this podcast and I'm like, Baba, Baba, come on. The toxicity, the hatred you have for your grandson, this same grandson, ẹ̀yin lẹ gbàdúrà o, bóyá ẹ lọ sórí òkè ni, bóyá ẹ lọ gúnṣẹ́ ni, tí ìyá ọmọ yín fi lóyún. Nígbà tán bímọ tán, ìjàkadì lẹ bá wọn jà pé they should give you 250,000 for you to go and cook in Ikorodu. That they cook a bag of rice, bought a cow, whatever, and only had 20 people in attendance in Lekki. And the first video. Papa, you are the first person that brought your son out. I'm saying this with no outer of apology. The day they buried your son, when all those TikTok people brought video to your front, and this is the house I'm living in, the house of the father of a superstar. He hasn't given me nothing more than 250,000 ever in his life. You enjoy exposing your son, Baba. I said it. And a lot of people have corroborated it, that from that first interview to Grant, something was very, very, very amiss. And 9 months down the line, it's still the same thing. Ìyàwó ọmọ tẹ́ fẹ́ gún lọ́rùn yìí kò bọ́ta sọ pé ọmọ yín lo tábàrí. Kò bọ́ta sọ pé ọmọ yín ṣe yahoo rí. Ẹnu yín kan náà láti gbọ́. Ẹ ṣe ń protect legacy orúkọ tó gbélé ni àbí ẹ̀ ń bàjẹ́. And you said it 3 days before your son pai, that he told you, Baba, don't spoil the name of this family. Ṣọmọ ló máa ń sọ fún bàbá kó má borúkọ ẹbí jẹ́, àbí bàbá ẹ̀yin fúnra yín lẹ fẹnu ara yín sọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mọ̀, tẹ́ ẹ̀ follow case yìí, àwọn nǹkan kan tí mò ń quote tí mò ń sọ yìí, tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mọ̀, tẹ́ bá drop òṣì sí bíbà yìí, ìran yín ló máa jẹ́ o, eérú ni. Because people are not telling Baba to say, all this talk you are talking, you have called Baba Elegushi's name. Yeah? That is the one that sent Sam Larry to beat Mohbad. Now, you need to read that. Maybe I'll do another podcast. We'll read the context of that petition properly. Baba, your lack of education, you have a lawyer, you have a son now that can interpret and help you with comprehension of things. Èèyàn ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Ọba Elegushi, allegedly, tí ọmọ yín kọ sínú petition yẹn. People that know that, àwọn tó ń gba owó olè ní beach, Elegushi beach, ara wọn ni Sam Larry. Right? Iṣẹ́ mi tí Sam Larry bá jẹ́ out of that jurisdiction of that beach walk. If you don't have evidence, you cannot say it's Oba Elegushi that sent him to do it. So ibi tẹ́tí máa tí lọ́ọ̀yà yín ti máa bá yín help láti bàbá ẹ lọ sinmi ẹ̀dọ̀. Tẹ́ bá ń wá justice fọmọ yín, ẹ focus lórí justice tẹ́ ń wá fọmọ yín. Wọ́n sọ fún yín pé tẹ́ bá fẹ́ rí nǹkan gbà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ yín pé ilẹ̀kùn tẹ́tí ti yẹn kẹ́ lọ ṣí, lẹ bá lọ bá ìyá Mohbad lẹ bá pè pé ó yá máa bọ̀ o, jẹ́ ń ṣílẹ̀kùn o, lẹ bá knack. Ẹ mọ̀ páwọn ọkọ̀ náà gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa. Tó bá yẹ pé ní integrity tẹ́lẹ̀ ní ni obìnrin tẹ́ mọ̀ pé ó ṣàgbèrè kúrò nílé yín, ẹ̀yin á tún gorí ẹ̀ ṣá. Tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ wá gorí ẹ̀ bí ẹ ń pé Mohbad ti mọ̀ that he was going to be not going to be on earth for a long time. Mohbad has done everything he needed to do. Now, when a man and a wife, and even if the woman drops the child, no reasonable, happily married woman would want to have a situation where she will leave her son. The parents of Mohbad would tell the child so many things, or even if they don't tell, they will get to find out. Now, when the child grows up, the child will find out the truth. The moment a child knows my mother did not drop me because she hates me or because she doesn't want to be with me, it is because of the extreme of a particular parent. Má jẹ́ kí n tàn yín. Ẹ bá àwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ Harvard kó gba gbogbo certificates tó wà Harvard. Á padà lọ bá òbí kejì yẹn. Because the child will get to a point to know that this particular parent of mine was not fair to the other parent. Báwo ni kẹ́ George ẹ̀ dọ́là ntọ́mọ bá ti realize yẹn ló máa ṣe. So, and the power of is about me. Kò rálé fún mi, Mohbad ò tọ́jú mi tó. That was what you were oozing out in that interview. Pé owó náà wá dà lénìí. Ẹ wá dákẹ́, ẹ pause ní interview yẹn. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń fi kú yọ ọmọ yín ni bàbá? Ẹ ti ń rojọ́ jù. Káwọn supporters yín tán feel pé you are the best thing after sliced bread, that you've not made any mistake in all of this. Kọ́ wá ṣépè síbí sẹ́. Ẹni tó bá lọ́gbọ́n tó bá ń tẹ̀lé yín á máa sọ fún yín wípé bàbá àwọn line kan wà tẹ́ tí ń cross. Ẹ má cross line yẹn, focus lórí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe. Ẹ focus lórí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe. Kí ló tún kù tẹ́ ẹ ti tù? So bóyá kẹ́ ẹ describe Punani ìyá tó bí Mohbad àbí kí ló tún kù tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe ń sìn. Torí blogger yín gbogbo ìran yín ni blogger yín ti gbé hánu. Àti gómìnà Lagos State o, àtọ́ba o, àti gómìnà Ondo State o, àbẹ̀rẹ̀ Èkìtì State, gbogbo wọn pátápátá ló ti ṣépè fún. Ẹ wá ní kí ìjọba yẹn bá yín dìde. Ọ̀rọ̀ yín ló wà lórí tébù níwájú wọn ò ní iṣẹ́ tó fẹ́ ṣe. Ibi tẹ́ ti ṣépè fún wọn dé, blogger yín tẹ́ gbé sórí tó ti bá yín ṣépè fún wọn dé. Tó bá kù tán rí nǹkan kan tó fẹ́ ṣe lórí tébù wọn, wọ́n á lọ fi yín gbá tennis tàbí kọ́ lọ fi yín play golf. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ kí wọ́n dìde. Blogger yín tún mú ọ̀rọ̀ Davido days ago. There was nothing they didn't say Davido did. They said Davido gave Baba the 2 million naira when Mohbad died, so that it's a setup to set up Baba and for the burial to be done. Ẹ tún dá burial tí Baba ṣe ń gbà yẹn. Ẹ dá lé Davido lórí. Ẹ mọ̀ pé olúkálùkù lẹ́lẹ́dàá títí ẹ̀. And when we are talking, some people will say that we should not talk. Ẹ má jẹ́ káyé gbóhùn lẹ́nu yín o. Like I said, people, we are bound to disagree in so many things. On a matter of principle, but what you're doing doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't make sense. Like I said, those 4 videos, watching it, even your face is swollen. One of you, I think your right eye was swollen in that video. I'm like, ṣé attack kòkòrò jẹ yín lójú ni? Àbí báwo? Ní sinmi. Dẹ̀ fowó gba SAN. Kí lẹ fowó gba SAN fún? Àbí SAN ni, when you get a SAN for your case, you talk less. Anybody in Nigeria, bí Nigeria ṣe wá dá tó yìí, téèyàn kan bá jẹ́ SAN, tó bá pè fún case tó ti lè afford láti pè fún case ẹ̀, your talking will not be much. In fact, you let the legal framework be doing the talking. action làwọn èèyàn máa rí. Ṣùgbọ́n yìí ti yín gbà yẹn sáà nìgan bóyá last week yẹn gan kàn wò pé client bàbá tóun gbà yìí lágbára. Ẹ ti lọ dárúkọ tí Elégùṣì bá ní kọ́ wá fún yín ní defamation of character letter nsìn ẹ̀ ní wọ́n fọwọ́ lágbá yín lójú. Because you should have evidence, Baba. You've exposed yours. I don't know. Okay, what else do you want to say? This same Liam that is not your grandson was the one you were fighting placenta over. Abi? You didn't know it was not your grandson at that time. Baba, hello, Simi Edo. Life has hit you. No doubt. Maybe you should go and meet Timothy Adegoke's father, how they were able to do their case from the beginning till the end and learn one or two things. Bóyá irú àwa báyìí ọ̀rọ̀ wa lè má wọ̀ yín létí ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó ti lose ọmọ in that circumstance yẹn tó dẹ̀ get justice as rough as the road might be. Ẹ lọ jókòó ti bàbá Timothy Adegoke, mo ti gbàgbé ìlú tán ní bàbá yẹn wà àti ìyá yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ kán fún yín ní template wọn. Family yẹn will always go down in history. Tọ́mọ̀ tọ́pá Adegoke family nílùú yẹn pé ọmọ èèyàn fẹ́ fẹ́yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn á ní tó bá pẹ́ bí yẹn ni ẹbí gidi ni. Kí ló ń fẹ́ sọ nípa ẹbí yín? Kí ló ń fẹ́ sọ? Baba, nobody is saying you shouldn't seek justice for your son. But rather than letting people stay on your course, gbogbo wọn, Iyabo Ojo, what happened to her? Your blogger started bullying her from morning till night. Bó ṣe ń fún Iyabo Ojo jẹ ló ń fọ́mọ Iyabo Ojo jẹ. Tó ń torí kí nǹkan tún mú yẹn náà gbàtẹ́ làwọn yẹn ya yọwọ́ kúrò ní ọ̀rọ̀ yín. Ṣáwọn tó kọ́ ti bá yín arrange kọ́mọ yín gba bàbá ńlá burial tó baddest. Bàbá ńlá ẹ rí coffin tó ti ṣe fọ́mọ yín ẹ ti rí ẹni tó ní vault yẹn gan sọ pé òun ti fún 50% discount. Ẹni ní millions míì gan ò rí bí rere sùn sí lẹ́yìn tó bá ti kú tán. Ẹ̀yin mú gbogbo ẹ̀ dànù ẹ wá ní kọ́ máa dáwó. How market lọ́rọ̀ yín pẹ̀lú GoFundMe nsìn. Ẹni tí ò bá mọ̀ kó lọ ṣe an open profile ẹ lọ wo iye tí bàbá ti rí síbẹ̀. Wọ́n dá yín lóhùn mọ́ bàbá. Interview last week yẹn ó wà okay mẹ́rin tẹ ground at least tó wà lórí platforms bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó wà okay ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ti week yìí náà ṣùgbọ́n wà kàn ráyè ká máa ṣe one analysis for it because ọ̀rọ̀ yín I don't know how your lawyer is coping. I don't know. You can't be a renowned lawyer with sound knowledge to this kind of client. Tó máa po ẹjọ́ ṣàn mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. It doesn't work that way. But those 4 interviews he did was showing how you have missed the plot. You have missed the plot. Honestly. Now, especially that interview you did with Kemi Lawyer, which gave us a very close view to your face. Baba, you don't have peace. You don't have peace. Sharon Toba draws well along. In the midst of the madness of the storms of life, when you call on him, he will give you peace that surpasses all human understanding. Peace that when your mouth will any she need peace by. Tọ́lọ́run tó bá ti kan ilẹ̀kùn Ọlọ́run tọ́lọ́run ti ṣílẹ̀kùn tó ti fọ́ ọpọlọ ẹ tó ti ṣe òótọ́ ó máa ní peace ni. Àwọn enemy ẹ gan máa envy ẹ nínú stormy part of your life. But nígbà tá bá fàyìn síbí ẹ lọ wọ́n fàyìn síbí ẹ sábọ̀ wọ́n fàyìn síbí ẹ lọ ṣé wọ́n ti African TV ti ṣídìí síta ń gbà yẹn kódà 15,000 ẹ kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú 10,000 then increase the 15,000 lọ́n san fún yín fún interviews èlò ló wá san fún yín lóyún mọ́mọ́ o àbáláròyé àbí TVC àwọn yẹn ò lè sanwó fún yín established platforms làwọn yẹn wọn ò lè sanwó fún yín Kẹ́mi lọ́yọ̀ òdè lówó tó fẹ́ san fún yín at the end of the day kí ló sọ that they will open platforms for you baba all social media platforms they open for you and optimize the pages all about making money. What does that have to do with justice for Mohbad? Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe rere. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe rere. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí aláre wa padà jẹ̀bi because tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣọ́ra ẹ ti ń jẹ̀bi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad yìí bàbá 4 interviews and you're even saying it on Oyinmomo TV that when the presenter said you're ready to come back again to give updates on what have you achieved again? Go and fight your application in the court of law to give you the court order for the DNA. Because really, If Wunmi should go and do that DNA somewhere else, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ gba autopsy ìjọba tẹ́ ní ìjọba ti ṣe. Wọ́n ti ṣe màgòmágó. Ṣé òun lè fẹ́ gba autopsy tí Wunmi bá ṣe? So make sure you are on that court case. Focus and make sure you get the order and get it done. Ó kọ̀ ẹ́ pé ibi tọ́lọ́run tí ò wá fẹ́ àbòsí, lọ́lọ́run jókòó sídìí àbòsí. Ọmọ yín yẹn wá ń fojú jọ yín dáadáa. Ẹ̀yin lójú ojú ẹ̀ wá ó wá ń kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Bàbá, ẹ má align o. Bẹ́ ṣe ń ṣe yìí ni kẹ́ máa ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n à ń gbàdúrà ẹ ní tẹ́. À ní gbàdúrà fún yín kẹ́ tẹ́. Torí àwa kan a fẹ́ kẹ́ tètè realign ni, but àti bẹ̀yìn kò work. So ẹ má align mọ́. Ẹ ṣe fẹ́ tinú yín ṣùgbọ́n ẹ rántí pé Ọlọ́run wà. Ẹ yé ṣì mọ́lẹ̀ síta mọ́. Kò sẹ́ni tó sọ rí pé Mọ́lẹ̀ is yahoo guy. Ẹ̀yin náà ni. Ẹ̀yin yìí ni. For what? Are you painting yourself a saint? Is that a good legacy to your son? Is that a good legacy? Ṣé báyìí kó Wunmi ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ń sìn yín, ẹ ti méyìn ẹ ti wà mọ́ láyà. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà ẹ wá ń ṣe láńgbáláńgbá. Ẹni kan máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí yín. Ṣẹ́yìn la assistant Jésù ni àbá assistant Allah. Tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí yín. Àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ sí yín now because ẹ dúró síbi tó yẹ kẹ́ dúró sí. Like I said, ẹ má ṣépè fún bàbá ń bí o. À ń ṣépè ń bí. Ẹ bá dẹ̀ ti dèpè lẹ̀, èpè tí ìran yín bá lè kó ni kẹ́ ẹ dá sílẹ̀. Kò sí problem pẹ̀lú ọmọ yín máa jẹ́ lájẹmọ́nú ni. Ṣùgbọ́n kárí ohun ìbàjẹ́ ká má lè sọ yẹn, ẹ lọ bá wọn tó rà tẹ́ máa tò sórí platform wọn tó máa fún yín executive chair síbẹ̀. If you scroll in, you don't accept, you scroll past or you block. Bá dẹ̀ ti jẹ́ dọ́kọ́mẹ̀ntì èpè lẹ́fẹ́ ṣẹ́ fún yàrá ya yín, má ṣá yín blocking ni. We can disagree very well. I love disagreement with people who have something in their brains. But if your method of disagreement is máa ṣépè fáwọn ọ̀ràn ẹ̀, eérú ni. Táwọn ò ṣépè fún ẹ tó bá fẹ́ dẹ èpè sílẹ̀, eérú ni ó máa lẹ̀ mọ́ ẹni. Torí mi ò rí reason tí bàbá Mohbad ṣe máa fò kiri tẹ máa implicate àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ̀yin kan lẹ̀ ń sọ pé Bella ó cover up fún Wunmi torí ẹ̀ ní kinní kan. Ẹ̀yin kan ni blogger yín náà gbé hánu fún Davido. Ẹ̀yin kan lẹ̀ dárúkọ Ọba Elégùṣì tó bá lẹ̀ gbé yín sìn ẹ máa bẹ̀bẹ̀. Bẹ́ ṣe ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ ti bàbá Fálànà ní last week pẹ̀lú press statement. Bàbá, ẹ ṣe rere. Ẹ ṣe rere kẹ́ lè nísinmi. Ẹ ṣe rere kẹ́ lè nísinmi. Ẹ yé expose Mohbad mọ́. It doesn't look good on you. It's not for you to come out and be exposing your late son. It's wrong.